What's up, guys? This is the Vinyl Casket. Welcome to the channel. This is the home to lamest taste. My name is Nick. Please check out my YouTube channel at The Vinyl Casket, all one word, where you can subscribe, like, and comment. Hit the bell for tons of more content. I got a ton of movie and TV trailer reactions, movie reviews, TV show reviews, and this video, which I do every week, which is my weekly comic book review. I talk about all the books that I got that week from the comic shop. I read them, I board them, take pictures for the Instagram, which is Vinyl Casket Comics. Then I review them with you guys. I also talk about some of the things I got in the haul. There's a video on my YouTube channel right now of an unboxing of a Top Cow Productions Kickstarter for the Complete Collection Volume 1 of Cyberforce. I just put that up yesterday. I got that in the mail. I have a new comic shop that I'm now going to, which is awesome. I'll talk about that in a little bit. But please check out my social medias, check out my Twitch, check out my Instagrams, and check out my YouTube. Please, I really appreciate it. And we're going to get right into it. We got some hauls that I picked up from the shop that I was going to that's closing down. We got some trade paperbacks. We're all 50% off. So we got Volume 1 of Middle West. Manny from Manny Reads Comics is going to be happy about that. We got Volume 1 of Stillwater and Volume 2 of Stillwater. I think Volume 3 is out also, so I'll have to hunt that down. So I'm excited to check those up. I'm excited for Middle West because I really like Scotty Young and Jorge Corona. George Corona, Jorge Corona. And I also love Chip Zdarsky, so Stillwater's going to be really cool. But I got those, so I got to read those trades. I'm in the middle of catching up on DC vs. Vampires. I also have Ultra Mega I got to read. So I got some stuff. I got trade paperbacks to read and review, so I'm excited about it. So new shop, Fourth Row Comics. Very excited about it. It's an amazing shop. I set up a pull list online with them, spoke to the owner, set all that up, and now I'm very excited. I went there for the first time this week. I got a bunch of cool books, and it was nice. It's a very nice place. Sad that my old place is leaving, but we got a stack. Let's talk about it real quick. We start with Indies, we go Marvel, then DC. We're going to start off with Image with Prophet issue 1, which is a remastered version. So I believe every other page or so is a different artist reimagining Prophet's origin story in this issue, which is probably based on like a 1992, 93 issue. It's sick. Artwork here is sick. Different takes, different artists. I love his origin story. I like the setup here. Really cool. Like, obviously I just got Cyberforce, so I love this era. I know I'm getting last Silverhawk. I know there's another one that's announced in the back of this book. There's just another remastered first issue. But we got the first issue of that. Very excited. It was cool. 1 out of 10. We're going to go with a 6.5. Continuing with Image, we have issue 2 of Do a Powerbomb. This issue was a lot of lead up and explanation from the last issue, set up for future things, how this main character is going to get a tag team partner, then big awesome action scene with Sun Cobra, which is the character that accidentally killed her mom, the main character's mom, and that's going to lead into something, so I'm really excited to see where that goes. Artwork here is really enjoyable, really gritty. That fight scene was awesome, that wrestling match. I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10. We move on to Boom Studios with issue 4 of Alice Ever After. This is a really good issue. I think the last couple issues were a little bit weird and all over the place. Dialogue here was pretty dialed down, pretty fine-tuned on what it was hinting at and where we're leading. I like that. Basically, the one sister's trying to get Alice out. The other sister wants to keep her in. The dad is trying to cover up the stuff that he did that he thinks he's going to get exposed for. So he's okay with his daughter getting new medication or therapy or something. And they're about to experiment and mess with Alice. We didn't really get any, I guess, we didn't really get much, like Wonderland stuff in this issue. As the last couple issues have had a little bit more. We didn't get as much in this issue, but very excited. It was cool. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. And then continuing with Boom, we have issue 7 of Angel. Really good read. The second arc has been awesome. We have evil Angelus and evil Spike going against Spike and Angel. And it's been cool. Artwork here is solid. The cast of characters is awesome. The references to like the original Buffy storyline is really cool. I loved it. I loved Oz as like the werewolf, taking on like the zombie guy. I thought this whole issue was awesome. It's all the cool elements of these characters working really well together. Pretty solid. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. 7.5 out of 10. Then moving on to Marvel, we get issue 5, final issue of Savage Spider-Man. This is the series that continued after Nonstop. So it says the Nonstop Saga conclusion. So it's Nonstop Spider-Man, Savage Spider-Man, and they've been blended into one kind of series. It's I believe 10 issues altogether. It's okay. I liked how it was leading into the end, right? I liked this issue until it was over. Until the ending just was kind of anticlimactic because they kind of end it in dialogue. So like they don't show Spider-Man leaving the plane. They just kind of him talking to Doctor Strange, and Doctor Strange in one panel apparently having to fix everything, and him just leaving Doctor Strange a note where he kind of explains what happened at the end and blah, blah, blah. I feel like that was a cop-out. I feel like they could have easily just cut back on some of the other nonsense that's been happening in this series and given us a much more visual and an elongated ending that fit. I'm gonna give it a 5.5. Series as a whole, I'll give a 7, but this issue is gonna get a 5.5. We're gonna move on to issue 40 of Miles Morales Spider-Man with the versus Predator variant, which is cool. The first one I was able to get because I didn't want to get any ones that aren't series that I'm reading, which sucks. But really cool cover. This issue is really cool. So it's leading into that real big fight scene with Miles and Shift versus Salem. So that's gonna be really cool. They rescue Prowler. So his uncle's back. They take down the barrier. A lot of real cool things are moving forward. I'm really enjoying this arc, this storyline. I'm very happy I caught up with the series. So they're in like this weird alternate future dimension, and they're about to go up against the evil clone of Miles, and I'm very excited to see this fight. We're going to give this a 7.5 out of 10. We move on to Alien Annual Issue 1. Variant cover. This is awesome. It doesn't say variant. It just says annual. That's cool. Normally it will say like this. We'll say variant edition. This doesn't. It just says annual instead of like a legacy number. It just says annual, which I feel like they could have just put the annual where the legacy number is and then still put variant edition, but they didn't. This is basically the origin story of what's his name? Gabriel Cruz, the main character from the first arc of the last first 6 issues of the Alien ongoing that just ended. There was like 2 story arcs. The first story arc focused on this guy Gabriel Cruz and what he went through and whatever. This is what led up to his like what he did in the past, and they referenced a lot. They always talked about what happened on the Epsilon station and him surviving an alien attack and losing his whole crew, and there was like some flashbacks. This was the whole setup of what happened and like that whole thing, and how like this they set him with these like weird synthetic like fighter droids, and like they set him up and they were gonna experiment on him and he got away. That was a really cool alien story. I really liked. This was like the perfect alien story. Single one-shot issue. I loved it. Very David. I liked it. It was cool. I'm going to give it a 8 out of 10. Maybe 8.5. We move on to the last Marvel book, which is She-Hulk, issue 5. This book is fun. This book is really good. We got this new character that we don't really know who he is. He reminds She-Hulk of Bruce. He's got a girlfriend named April, or a wife named April, and he's like tearing up the street, throwing She-Hulk around, taking on Jack of Hearts. Does this guy have anything to do with Jack of Hearts and where he came, like how he came back? We don't know, but we're gonna find out. Awesome issue. 8.5 out of 10. Easy. Maybe even a 9. We move on to DC with issue 2 of 6 of Dark Crisis Young Justice. Yeah, we got this weird Wonder Girl who's from this weird dimension that they're in. They're not there. She's not their Wonder Girl. We get to see what's going on with their Wonder Girl teaming up with Arrowette and Red Tornado now, trying to find them. Very excited to see where this is going to go. There's 6 issues here, which is going to be a big mini series. And yeah, I'm very excited to see where this goes. I'm liking the development that they're giving the 3 guys, Impulse, Connor Kent, and Tim Drake. Basically, like, there was a point in this book where they're like, you're going to be the next Superman. You're going to be the next Flash. You're going to be the next Batman. But, like, they're stuck in, like, an old time period where Damian Wallace and who's the other one? John Kent don't exist. And they say that, and they don't know who they're talking about. And that was really cool, because, like, at one point, all 3 of these guys would have been next in line, right? But, like, then they all 3 got replaced. And that was really cool. So I'm going to give this I don't like what they're doing with Wonder Girl. I'm going to give this a 7.5. Then we move on to Batman Superman World's Finest issue 5. Wow, we're that deep into the series already. This was epic. This is the conclusion, I believe, of this series, and it's going to be continued in Batman versus Robin. I believe this is over. I'm not sure if this is over. Because we don't know where Dick Grayson is. So obviously Dick Grayson comes back, and like the Demon Nzeza is like been an ongoing thing in the Robin title, and like current Robin is gonna be, involved. So I'm assuming that there's more issues coming of this to lead to where Robin comes back, and then Batman vs. Robin's gonna happen. All Mark Waid, awesome book. 9 out of 10. We move on to issue 784 of Flash. By the way, I don't think I had any variants that I forgot to mention. This is the cardstock of Flash. This is tied in with Dark Crisis. I really like this. I like how all these guys are in alternate worlds, and they're kind of like getting lost in these alternate worlds. Wally's kids, Wallace and Wally, Max and Jay and Jesse. Very interesting take. Really good artwork. Story's pretty solid. Gonna give it a 8 out of 10. Cardstock for Catwoman 45. This book's really cool. The thing that holds it back, I think, it might be a plus, it might be a holdback, but it ties in a bunch of different issues that happened in the last couple weeks. So the Batgirl issue, what happens in the Batman issue, what happens in Robin, multiple different events that were teased and like mentioned and referenced in other titles were all connected in this title, and I think she's bringing in the Bat family soon. I really like what Tini Howard is doing. Awesome cover. I believe this is Jenny Frison. Yes, Jenny Frison. She do all covers. Amazing. 8 out of 10. Finally, we have issue 94 of Nightwing with a cardstock cover. This book is really good, except I feel like nothing really happens. I feel like there's lots of lead up in this issue. I liked, the relationships, the small fight scenes. I just think this is a real continuation. It's referencing Heartless and stuff like that, and this is just like an issue that like is continuing the arc, but nothing crazy, influential or impactful happened in this specific issue. Good, clean issue, good dialogue, solid issue, solid storytelling, propels the arc forward, but not like a gem. I like it though. I'm still gonna give it an 8 out of 10. Amazing book. Tom Taylor is the shit. And that's all I got. So those are what I pulled this week. You could check out what made my top 3, my disappointing moment of the week, and my favorite cover of the week. This upcoming Tuesday on Manny Reads Comics YouTube channel, Manny Reads Comics, where we do our weekly roundup. Me, him, and Carlos, which him on Instagram is Omni City Comics. You could check out that top 3 weekly roundup every Tuesday on Manny's channel on YouTube and all the past ones. Also got these, so as I read them, there will be reviews coming. Same thing with Cyberforce and Ultra Mega. There will, in DC vs. Vampires, as I finish them, there will be reviews. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and remember, do me a major favor, check out my my YouTube at The Vinyl Casket, all one word, where you can subscribe, like, and comment, hit the bell for tons of more content, and remember to always stay lame.